Hey, what's up guys? My name is Matt. Today I'm starting a new series talking about different stores in the mall and online, kind of everywhere. And today we're starting with Nordstrom / Nordstrom Rack. So, let's get into the video. Just to give a brief overview on what the series will entail, it'll basically be talking about different stores in the mall, kind of how to get the best prices on stuff from there, what you should be buying from there, what you shouldn't be buying from there. And the first store I really want to talk about was Nordstrom. And they are a brand that I shop at probably too much in my opinion, but for very good reasons. It's how I've built my wardrobe that's right behind me. It's how I've built a wardrobe that's in my closet over there. And in general, I feel like it's one of the best brands if you're trying to look for elevated basic clothing. So I know I might hear from some people, Nordstrom is so expensive. And it is, but it isn't. Let me talk about that. So yes, it is expensive. If you're looking at retail prices on a lot of stuff, it is expensive. It's nowhere near as expensive as Barney's, Bloomingdale's, Saks. It is a lower end store in that regard. It's not as high end, but in reality, they have a lot of high end designers that I think are worth noting. They actually just got Fear of God, Rude. They've got a bunch of different brands like that. For me personally, the brands I really love from there are John Elliott, All Saints, and Kasubi. But really, they even carry a ton of their own brands with like Treasure and Bond, BP. They have a ton of women's clothing. They have a ton of men's clothing that are just for them. They even have like their Nordstrom men's collection, which is a little bit more of like the worker, kind of like you're going to work every day. So you need like a suit, a tie, a shirt, a plain shirt for that matter. And you're not really looking to stand out, but you do want to get a little bit nicer of a piece than what you would find at, let's just say, a Target or a Men's Warehouse. So you probably clicked on this video even of hearing, oh, I can get better deals at Nordstrom. How? Well, there's a few different ways I found to be really beneficial knowing stuff about Nordstrom. And I'll even show you examples from my wardrobe on how I've gotten certain items, because actually a lot of stuff has come from there. So the first big thing to note is they have a few big sales a year. They usually have a half yearly sale, an anniversary sale, then they have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, kind of like that time where everybody's having a sale. And then like every other site, they're gonna have their end of season sales, which they don't push as hard as some of the other sites. They kind of keep it a little bit more low key in my opinion. But even like right now in August, you can usually find some stuff that they're trying to filter out before the end of the year. And you can find them for like 40% off with good starting price in my opinion. It's not the best, it's not the worst. And like I mentioned before, they are starting to carry a ton of brands, both hype and I would say elevated basics. And elevated basics, you would have like your John Elliott's, your All Saints, your Kasubis, kind of like that, where it's a nicer quality garment. It's not going to be super loud and out there, but you're definitely going to notice it's a better quality piece. And you can have your more hype brands with your Rude, with your, I think, Mahony, with Fear of God. You're going to have all those brands in their new Nordstrom, I think, Union concept collection that they are doing. It's a really cool collection. I had picked up a shirt from it, which is the Fear of God FG t-shirt, which if you haven't seen that video, it should be linked above somewhere right here. But I bought that from Nordstrom, which was a surprise to me because I didn't even know that Nordstrom had carried Fear of God. But just to show you that Nordstrom is becoming more of a versatile brand, especially for men, to be going in there and getting streetwear, to be getting more of your elevated basics, to be getting your business formal, to be getting your business casual. It really is turning into the one-stop shop for everything. You can get workout gear there from Adidas, Nike. I think their in-house brand, I forget the name of off the top of my head. Zella. Zella is the name. Just remembered it. But you have a ton of different ones at your exposure. But really, Nordstrom stores is really good to find certain items that you really want. You want the latest and greatest. I've bought at least a few things from there. One of them actually being this All Saints piece right here. I picked it up from the store. It was on the sales rack in there. And it just had like a price marked on there. And it actually came out to even cheaper than that when I picked it up. So normally like this would go for like $130, I think, brand new. I got this for under $50, which for me, since I have to be wearing a shirt to work, it tends to work really well for me. And honestly, it's something that I really like. I like how this fits. It definitely fits like my color scheme, which is always like kind of grayscale in that sense. Except for today where I have both white and black. It's kind of cool shirt, collar clothing. New video coming next week. And another brand I actually bought from there was Stamped clothing. Stamped is honestly one of my favorite brands when it comes to quality and kind of like the styling of it, since it is a little bit crazier. It's not going to be your everyday wear, but this is definitely going to be a little bit more of a hype piece in that sense. Definitely was not a cheap shirt, And honestly, I did not get this on sale. I bought this at full price with like a slight discount because I had some promo codes. But overall, like, you can get so many different styles, so many different things from Nordstrom that I love it. But really, where the deals and steals are actually usually right across the street sometimes at Nordstrom Rack. So a little background on what gets put at Nordstrom Rack. Well, you might find some stuff you might find some display models that were there. You might find some stuff that's just been sitting for 6 months. Usually it is the latter. It's the 6 months of stuff just being on the rack and hasn't been able to move. So now they're trying to move it at a lower price at another store. You don't get a really good return policy. I think it's just 45 days versus Nordstrom's, which is a lifetime warranty on it. So basically, if you buy from Nordstrom, you can return it whenever you want for whatever reason. Don't abuse the policy, because we can all see what happens when you abuse a lifetime return policy. So please, please, please don't do it unless there really is an issue with it. But in reality, I think that most items at Nordstrom Rack you can get a steal on. This is how I've built my wardrobe in the back. This is like my main secret to shopping, and I'm always scared when I bring this up because in my area there's like a few good Nordstrom Racks, and they actually switch between. I live in Southern California, and just to be completely honest with you guys, my Nordstrom Rack of choice is right next to Southwest Plaza. Honestly, I feel like some of the stuff that sits at the Nordstrom right across the street filters into that Nordstrom Rack specifically. So I've been able to find so many different pieces, which I have all right behind me. So even to start with something I just got last month, which is this Kasubi shirt. This thing sells online for like $90. I wasn't able to find it under $90. It's brand new for $180. I got this shirt for less than $30. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was that low when I bought it. And then this shirt right here is a Lon Von shirt. This one was more expensive, but it was at a higher retail price. So normally this would go for around $550. I think on sale it was going for around $250, and I got this for under $100, which some people might think for a shirt costing close to $100, it's asinine. For me, I love the fact that it was like a dinosaur island on it. Maybe you can tell in the here, but it's like Dinosaur Island, and for me it fit my personality perfect, and it's why I picked it up. I didn't pick it up because of the name on right here. I honestly picked it up because I really like this piece. It definitely made me cringe a little bit paying the price, but it's something that I have worn a lot and I love. It's one of my favorite things to wear. It definitely is just more my personality on a shirt that is super hard to find anywhere, and I found it at Nordstrom Rack for half the price it was going for and selling out for on a sale on Lon Von's website or any of their stockists. And just even like a quick rapid fire of stuff is wings and horn piece right here. And this wings and horn piece that I still have tag on because I still need to return this because it doesn't really fit me properly. It goes for like $100. I got this for $10 at the rack. You got an All Saints shirt, got it for $15 at the rack. Normally goes for $130. Another All Saints shirt, got it for $15 at the rack. Officine General, one of the best feeling shirts that I own personally. It is so good, one of the best. I got this for around $60. I'd been waiting for this piece for such a long time. I'd seen it there, hoping no one would buy it because of the crazy price tag. Clear the Rack came, which we'll talk about, and I picked this up for a steal. And then another Kasubi piece which just showed off, which I got for like $40, which when you consider they go for over $200 and they sell out online for half of that price, that's a crazy good price for me. And even actually this piece right here, this one is a stamp t-shirt. This was actually one of my first pieces I picked up from Nordstrom Rack, and it was like my first love of Nordstrom Rack really was kind of finding this exact piece. It's like a vintage look, vintage feel to it, drop shoulders. It's such a good fitting shirt if you like oversized, and the quality of this shirt is amazing. I am probably a little bit too small for this shirt now, so it's a little bit big on me, but I love this thing. It's got such a nice feel to it, such a nice vintage look to this tee, and honestly this cost me like $20, and this would go for around I think $50 on sale, so not as good of a price as the other ones, but still really good. So now you might be thinking, okay Matt, I saw everything again, now I'm a believer in Nordstrom Rack. I can definitely tell you can get a lot of streetwear brands, because guess what? The majority of people that go into Nordstrom Rack aren't into streetwear, they're not into fashion, they're not into those higher end brands, they're gonna sit longer. I've seen Balenciaga jeans there, I've seen Rick Owens there, I've seen Rick Owens shoes there, I've seen Rude pants there that were just at Nordstrom, so probably a little bit of a flaw with it. Overall, it's honestly one of the best places if you're looking to start building a wardrobe. As you can tell from me, is that I buy almost everything from there. Even like the shoes I'm wearing today, which are like from AMI, they are actually one of my new pickups. I'll show off in a new video next week. And they're so good quality. They're normally $500. They've been selling out online for like $200, and I picked them up for less than $100. And they're very similar to an Air Force One, but I got them for cheaper than an Air Force One, for way better quality, made in Spain. It's crazy. And I was talking about Clear the Rack. Clear the Rack is basically where everything that's clearanced out will be 25% off. Well, what does that mean for you? Well, most of the brands behind me all were Clear the Rack. Why were they? Because you gotta consider that if something's selling for $100, they put it to $50, they still have leeway to bump it down even more to maybe $45. It's gonna look like a way better deal than if you took a $20 shirt and discounted it to like $15. So for me personally, I've been able to find so many steals on designer clothing because of that. I haven't bought everything that I've seen because I still have a bank account that needs to be attended to. But there are so many different items I've seen there for such good prices. There's like Dries Van Noten and Noten, I don't know. My friend Alec will correct me after seeing this. There's so many brands like that in Nordstrom Rack that might be closer to $300 that you can pick up for under $100. And honestly, like, it's such a good price. I honestly even resold some pieces that I picked up, I didn't return in time, and I was able to sell for more. Some of the Calvin Klein, the 205 West 39 NYC, something like that. I picked up one piece from it, I resold it, just because I had taken the tags off that I wore it once, and then I wasn't really feeling it. So I just literally flipped it and made like 40 bucks off it, which I don't encourage you to do that particularly, but I'm saying that you have the option in case something like that comes around. But I wouldn't put that as a first priority for all these. I don't think you're gonna be able to resell for much, and it's probably gonna be a waste of your time when it gets to the hours you put into this. But some people love to thrift shop, some people love to go thrifting all the time. For me, I really love going Nordstrom rack hunting, because for me, it really is more of a curated experience in that sense. You're gonna see a lot of crap. You're gonna see so many different items that you're just gonna hate, and you're never gonna find anything. But then when you find that one piece, you're gonna start loving that exact store up until like 2 months down the road where you can't find anything again. I've had those experiences. I've actually found Represent jeans in the rack for like 50 bucks. Like, I'm saying this out of my own self-interest of being in the Southern California area, because if you are at Clear the Rack, you might see me there in Southern California when a Clear the Rack's happening, because I'm going to almost every single one. I shouldn't say this, but I actually have a route that I go down when I want to go to Clear the Racks, where I go to one, to the other, to the other, to the other, and just save gas. It's actually really fun for me to do personally. Some people might not find it fun, but then again, some people love thrifting. I'm not much of a thrifter myself. I don't really find too many things that I like, but Nordstrom Rack really is the place that I find at home. And honestly, I'll probably have some type of vlog videos in the future, kind of showing you guys my hauls or stuff like that, because I think that'd be cool for you guys. Try to help you guys build a better wardrobe, to build a more essentials wardrobe that's more elevated and that's better than other people's who might have similar looks, but yours is going to be elevated in some way, shape, or form. So let me know if you like this video. Let me know what store you want to see featured in the comments below. If you're new here, please subscribe. It really helps out a small YouTuber like myself. I make a ton of fashion content like this all the time, twice weekly, potentially about to be 3 times weekly. I keep saying that, keep hinting it for a good reason. And let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comments below, and if you want to see more like it. And like I end every single video here, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.